much for coming to our community coffee and last day of school and happy summer. So let's see. The first thing I want to say with the chamber is we have sent out a member survey, and it's electronically, and we mailed it too. So please fill that out, and I'll do announcements afterwards. I know Erin wants to talk about Nescatunga, and if anybody else has anything else to share. So Alex, I'll give you the floor.
Good morning. Those of you who don't know me, which I think everybody does, I'm Alex Mantz, and I'm with OG&E and Community Affairs. We like to start every meeting with a safety moment. So I know today is amazing rain. I know these ladies have traveled from Oklahoma City in the rain, and I thank you for doing that. But I know with graduation and all the functions that are happening this weekend, take an extra moment, plan ahead, give yourself a little extra time in the rain. Anyway, we love to start every meeting with a safety moment and share that with everybody. So I'm very happy to have with me today Keely Mallory and Jeanette Staten in our energy efficiency programs with OG&E to share some information with you this morning. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you. Do we go first? Okay. Hi everybody, my name is Keely. I am with Clear Result. We're a third-party implementer. So we implement and manage the energy efficiency programs for OG&E. That's what we're going to visit a little bit about today. Alex invited us down. She said that she has encountered several people within your community that have requested information on incentives, but it's been after the fact. So if you take away nothing else from today, just know if you want an incentive, it's got to be before you do any type of work, whether that's new construction or a retrofit. So before you do anything, make sure that you all have my cards today before you leave. That way you can get in touch with someone on our team, and we can hopefully help you get some type of incentive on any type of work that you're doing. If you look in your packets, the left side of your packet is information on, I apologize, I thought I gave you one. The left side of your packet is going to have information on the residential portion of the offerings, and then the right side of your packet is going to have information on the commercial offerings. I can kind of walk through some of this with you. I won't get too far in the weeds just because I think that the important thing is to talk about each project that you have individually. There's not a cookie cutter solution to anything. So it might be HVAC, it might be lighting, perhaps it's a grocery store and it's gaskets and covers at night. I don't know. There's lots of opportunities. All of those we can talk on an individual basis if you have something happening at your business. You will find this small business incentive trifold. Talks a little bit about eligibility. It talks about pay. We pay on KWH for this program. So basically, for every KWH that is saved, we can pay 12 to 15 cents depending on the measure. You can see here some of the incentives that we paid on. This goes directly to the customer. OG&E commercial customers will get this back. So there's a way to finance capital projects through these incentive programs, and then also there's a return on investment for the energy that you're saving, right? So on your OG&E bills as well. So there's kind of two things to think about when you are considering a capital project. This trifold goes over every single thing that we can do in the commercial program, from small business, schools, and government to large commercial. So this is kind of the one-stop shop that goes over every single thing that we can offer. I run the midstream program. It's a point-of-sale program. So I've got 19 different distributors with about 67 locations across the state of Oklahoma. Think of it like the coupons that you take to the grocery store, except you don't need a coupon. If you're going to buy, say, an 8-foot tube, those are listed as $12. A tube would look something like that, just so you know, obviously not 8 feet though. And let's say your distributor of choice, which are listed here, is selling that for $22. You will pay $10 at the counter because OG&E is offering a $12 incentive. Okay? It is $2,500 per customer per month. So that's a pretty good idea of how to know whether or not it's a small commercial job or a large commercial job, just based upon that cap threshold. You don't have to worry about that. That's not your job. That's the distributor's job. They can help make sure that you're choosing DLC or Energy Star certified products, which is what you have to have in order to get the rebate. They'll verify your account. They will do absolutely everything for you other than install it. So perhaps you have a contractor or a church oftentimes has a member who's an electrician and they can do those installs for you. So this is a great program if you have someone who is a certified electrician and can do the job for you. Okay? We have a direct install program. That's just the opposite of this program. We're going to pay for the labor, a certain percentage, up to 90% of that labor for you. So you can't double dip. You can't get an incentive on lights and an incentive on labor. That's why there's not a cookie cutter solution. We want to sit down with you and look at each job and see which way is going to help you get the best return on your money. The large commercial program is just that. It's for every customer that uses over 200,000 kW per year. So think manufacturing, large industrial. We do a lot of compressed air projects. We do a lot of chiller projects. Lighting is kind of the low-hanging fruit. LEDs are pretty standard this day and age, so we are finding that a lot of new construction buildings already have LEDs. So we are branching out into VFDs, chillers, compressed air, like I said. The great thing about the large program is we can do a ton of custom measures. So we have a great engineering team, a group of folks that are way smarter than I am, and they will walk through facilities and look at basically anything that uses energy, and they can talk to customers about how they can save from that aspect. There is a list of small business or install approved OG&E contractors, so these folks have been vetted by Clear Result as well as OG&E, and we know that they do good work. So if you aren't sure where to start, I would start with this list. Start with me first, and then start with this list. And those are things that we can all talk about. Residential side, very similar opportunities. Lighting, HVAC, we offer an in-home assessment. We have a team of assessors that can go out to your home. They will bring with them LED light bulbs and power strips that they will install for you. They'll look at your appliances, they'll look at your attic insulation, your windows, and they type up a nice report that it grades your home as far as efficiency, and it will tell you some ways that you can improve. So maybe it is increasing your attic insulation, to an R32 or whatever based upon what you've got. That will help some of that heat escape and keep the cool air in the summer months as well. So that's another opportunity that's more of an individualized report as well. Does anybody have anything specifically coming up, whether that be a retrofit or a new construction maybe? If you do, let's talk afterwards so we don't take up all of your time this morning. But please know that I am here and happy to answer questions.
Definitely share. Anybody in the community that's doing work that might not have been able to attend today, and you're not able to get a hold of Keely, Alex can definitely route you guys to us. So any direction that you guys need to get to. Do want to thank Alex and also the facility for having us today. I don't know what I would do without her too. I am excited. I am Jeanette Staten. I am over the Commercial Energy Efficiency Program, and we met with two ladies from USDA, and I'm super excited because they shared some information with us that rural areas could qualify for an additional funding. I don't have all the qualifications, but I did bring one of the flyers that's inside of your pamphlet. It looks like this. So if you are working on some projects, there is a map on their website that tells you if it's in or outside of their territory. It's pretty easy. It's orange is yes and white is no, that it would fall in the qualifications. As far as the requirements on it, I will ask that you guys reach out directly on the website to be able to find out, I know it varies on the project that you're doing, the size of the project. So as far as the qualifications, but my understanding is there's some that would qualify for up to 40%. So if we layer that on top of what OG&E is offering, some of the work that you guys are doing, you might qualify, to get it at no cost. The only thing I do know with the USDA grants is you would have to pay for the funds and then get reimbursed, but you do have to get approved before even starting the project. So the main thing, like Keely said, is make sure you contact both the USDA and OG&E to find out qualifications and make sure we get this ball going before we start any project. So
Stillwater?
I will have to look. I know, like, even in Oklahoma City, we had a customer and she was on the border, like it was on the line.
The people at USDA, the Stillwater office.
So the ladies we dealt with, and I'll pass it to Alex to get you guys an email, but Claire and Amy, Claire's last name.
Amy is in Stillwater, so.
Okay, then yes, it is Amy that we're working with. I gave them kind of last minute notice about today's event, and so they weren't able to make it, but they were kind enough to share this. There's another eligibility qualifications they sent, and I'll send it to Alex and see about getting that out to you guys too, but there's some audits and assessments. Yeah. Some audits and assessments that would have to be done depending on what project it is, so that I would let them be the experts on, but this is good news. If you guys do qualify, I'm excited to share the news because if you guys are doing the work, incentives to be able to get you guys there is important. So if you guys have any questions though, if you can't reach out directly to Amy or Claire.
Claire Hicks and Amy Cowley. Sorry, that's step out from reception.
That's good. Okay, that's all we had to cover. But definitely if anybody has anything, they have questions or anything they know that's going to be coming up within this year, we definitely want to have a conversation.
There is plenty of money available still and across all programs. Yes.
Thank you guys.
Okay guys, I'm here, I'm the president of the Nescatunga Arts and Humanities Council, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Nescatunga Arts Festival. That's coming up June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So there's a lot of changes this year. One of the big things is that it's a 3-day event. So when we presented to the tourism board last year for funds, that was something that was requested by the tourism board to make it into a multiple day event. And so that's something we're implementing this year. We're doing a 3-day event. So for Friday, we've got live entertainment. That's going to be outside. We've got artists and crafters that are set up inside Percival Fieldhouse. The location for the event is at Northwestern's campus. It'll be artists and crafters inside Percival Fieldhouse. We do have 4 artists and crafters that are set up outside. And then we have live entertainment on Friday that will be outside on that intramural field. There will be live entertainment Saturday inside Percival Fieldhouse from 9 to 4. And then we have a little break to move all the audio equipment from inside to outside. So pretty much when you're thinking about trying to keep straight of where you should be, when the sun is high in the sky, you should be inside Percival Fieldhouse to see any entertainment, live entertainment. When the sun is going down, then we're going to take the party of the live entertainers outside. And so that'll be right outside on that intramural field. Right now we have 7 food trucks that are coming, so they'll be right there, right outside on that intramural field, not on the grass, but on the asphalt right there. I'm looking at Dr. Hannaford, just making sure he knows they're not on the grass. And so we've got lawn games, we've got inflatables, we've got porta petting zoo from Brock's Menagerie. Friday night we've got axe throwing from 8 to 10. We have the train rides from the Bill Springer's doing the train rides for us. Emma's going to be there with face painting. She's got glow paint for the evening time, so that's really exciting. Really just to let you guys know some of the decisions that were made and just making sure you guys who are here know the facts and you can share that with other people and businesses. So when we started planning for Nescatunga, we opened those meetings up to everyone for those planning processes to come in and have your input. We really looked at the surveys that we gave last year and the input we got from those artists and crafters. It was an overwhelming response that they wanted an inside facility. We moved it because of the rain to Bob Baker's last year, if you remember. but not only an inside facility, but they needed to have air conditioning and they wanted to have Wi-Fi. And so what's really great is that Northwestern's campus allows for that. Not only that, but all of the craziness that happened from moving an outside facility, from moving an outdoor event to a totally different location and getting that done, by having it at the Northwestern campus, if there was any type of severe weather, it's not going to move. We're going to be able to have it right there. There won't be a change of venue. It's going to be really nice. Another thing to keep in mind is restrooms. By having it here at the Northwestern campus, we don't have to worry about porta potties. We've got restrooms right there that are right there for people. Another thing that a lot of people don't know is that in order to have an event on the downtown square, you have to have event insurance, and you have to have that approval from the county commissioners. In order to have approval, you have to have insurance. Now, I will tell you that last year was the first time that Nescatunga did it the right way, meaning that in order to have insurance to cover all of the things that we want Nescatunga to have, the porta potty, the train, the inflatables, all of the things to make it a family-friendly event, that insurance is $3,000. And $3,000 doesn't sound like a lot to you guys who have really big budgets, but for Nescatunga, that's 3/4 of our budget. And so in order for us to do this event, we knew that insurance was going to be a big obstacle. And so by doing it at Northwestern, that encompasses our event into their insurance, and we don't have to pay insurance. So that's another big reason why we're trying out the Northwestern campus this year. Another thing to think about, I know we've had some discussion about the retailers and moving it away and how that's going to impact our downtown local retailers. So we have implemented a program that's called Poppin' Around Alva, and so that encourages people who are coming to our festival to go downtown and to go not only downtown, but to other businesses that are participating. And what they do is they can get a punch for a purchase, and after they get 3 punches on that card, they can bring it back for a drawing, just really encouraging them to also explore Alva and the retailers that we have. Last year, we had 18 cards turned in, and I know we did the math yesterday, I still can't remember, so it's 18 times 3, whatever that is, that's how many purchases that we know were done last year. So we have expanded the program this year to more businesses involved, so we expect that to be even more. I'll tell you, whenever we were doing the planning process for this year, we did talk with retailers downtown last year, and we asked them for their feedback on Nescatunga and how that affects their sales. What I was told from those retailers is that Nescatunga has never been a high point for them. Some of them actually experience a dip in their sales, and it takes up their parking. If someone wanted to come to Holders for a Jack and Jill, then the parking is taken by people who are there for the Nescatunga Arts Festival. So this way, we're still encouraging people to go downtown and shop and go out into the local businesses, but also we want people, when you think about the overall goal of our event, while we always support Alva retailers and we support the downtown area, the main purpose of our Nescatunga Arts Festival for this event is to get you to be able to purchase from our artists and crafters who are here, who have driven 7 hours to give you this custom ceramic glass bowl for you to display for your special, events that you host. So let me tell you a couple of numbers that we have currently. So right now, we have 57 booths. Last year, we had 42. And that number yesterday was 56. So we're already at 57 booths. And so that is 57 booths. And out of those 57, that's 4 people outside. So that's really important to understand, is that I know whenever you think about the event being outside, we have to think about temperatures are only increasing. We know that. And so these artists and crafters, they're also generally an older generation, and they just can't handle the heat. They cannot handle being outside. And so that's something to keep in mind. Another question we had yesterday whenever I spoke at Rotary was, where are the vendors from? And if you want to take this information to Jason, I'm so sorry I wasn't able to give him that information yesterday.
He should have been here this morning.
I know! So right now, we have 2 vendors from Woodward. We have 12 from Alva. We have 4 from Enid. 1 is from Drummond. We have 4 from Tulsa. So that was Manford, Broken Arrow, Pryor, Wichita, Oklahoma City, Edmond, McLeod, Yukon, Moore, Anadarko, Norman. We've got Hartner, Kiowa, Buhler, these are in Kansas, and Kansas City, Fort Supply, Brookline, Missouri, Ponca City, Pond Creek, Viside, Lawton, Winoka. So it's really important to know, we're bringing in people from all over. And what's really exciting is because it's a 3-day event, they're staying in the hotels. And so with that, knowing that, that's really exciting because that was something that whenever we present to the tourism board, that's something that they're always thinking about and they want us to do. And so this year, we're already seeing those results. And we know that our artists and crafters are staying in the hotels, and our food trucks, those vendors, they're having to stay in the hotels as well. So if you need a hotel June 2nd through 4th, you probably should get on that right now. But yeah, we've got a lot of really fun things. Also, the quilt show that's been downtown, that's going to be inside Percival Fieldhouse. So having that is going to be so exciting to finally have the quilts right there for you guys to see as well. We do have the sugar show. The sugar show only happens Saturday, and so that's where people who want to compete in cookies or cupcakes or those type of artists, those professionals and aspiring students can also enter. That's only on Saturday. And this also, for the fine artists and crafters, it is a judged show. The fine artists, if they would like to, you can enter and you don't have to be judged. But we do have a judge, and that was really well received last year, and we have ribbons, all those fun things. So it's really exciting. Was there any information that you're wanting to know that I didn't cover that I can help you guys to know about Nescatunga?
Does the city benefit from the food trucks for sales tax collected?
I think that they're working on something like that.
They're all supposed to remit sales tax at the point of distribution, wherever it's delivered. So if they sell it in Alva, it should benefit Alva.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for letting me speak about Nescatunga today.
Kelly, do you have anything from the city or Steve?
There's a lot going on this last month or two, and there's more coming up. You know, Nescatunga is also going to be in. You know, there's also going to be the annual Ranger football auction and golf tournament, where really, if you know people wanting to come to town to those things, they need to book their rooms. And they might already be booked up. I don't know, but
30 teams so far right now.
Yeah, and I think Coach has a good lead on having that tournament full, 40 teams by the time it actually kicks off on the first weekend in June. So that's going on. There's a lot going on. If you have been on Facebook, you might have noticed that we do have a new notification system. So I can't remember what the number is, but if you go to the City of Alva's Facebook page, you can text to this number, and in the body of your text put Alva OK, and that'll sign you up for severe weather or utility outage notifications, whatever those notifications are. So that's new this week.
Also on that Facebook page, there's a blue contact us button that Heather got active yesterday. And if you click that, it'll take you to another page where you click on a sheet of paper and you can fill out a complaint or an inquiry or whatever you want to do. So if there's potholes or there's tree limbs down or something, click there and we'll get notified via email, and we can send out a work order and get stuff done a lot faster than come in and filling out a piece of paper.
And I will say that if you've been using the See-Click-Fix app, that is no longer. So
we'll get a link to that same iWorks on our website as well. That's on our Facebook page. So it's been an easier way for people to let us know what's going on and if something needs fixed or there's broken or water leak or whatever. Matter of fact, we got it active at about 10 o'clock yesterday morning. We had notification of a small water leak. So that works.
Real quick, some additional information that I forgot to talk about. Also, what's really exciting about having it at Northwestern, so Northwestern is also partnering with K101, so we're bringing in those band students, not the football players, cheerleaders, or anybody else, just the band students. But that's 200 students plus their staff, so that's about 300 people, if not more than that. And so those students, and that takes the pressure off of Northwestern to try to come up with this elaborate thing for them to do Friday night. They get to come and enjoy the festival that evening, and that's a wonderful recruitment effort as well for Northwestern, and those students get to be involved with that. Another thing that's traditionally been done with Nescatunga is that the Alva Electric Gold, their choir program, also their band program, their art club, the speech and debate, those groups have typically been able to help with Nescatunga, and they get a donation from Nescatunga. That is still happening. They still get to help out. We're doing a concession stand booth, and they get to help out with that, and then they get a donation at the end. So we are still heavily involved with all of the Alva groups and clubs to make Nescatunga happen. Thank you.
Anybody else? All right, we'll see you guys next month on the 16th. And the museum will be sponsoring with the legislative one, so thank you.